Hey YouTube, John here, back with some more Oculus Rift gameplay. I had a special request to do a review on this game. This game's called SightLine, as you can see. I did play a couple minutes of it just so I wouldn't look like a dumbass trying to figure out what to do. Let's go ahead and look around at the menu right now. You probably can't tell in the YouTube video, but everything pops out at you at different angles. When you look down here, it says, "Can you tell me which one is closer?" The one on the left looks closer, but when you close your eyes, they are at the same distance. And optical illusions have always been really cool. You've got everything on your left here, who created it and their websites. On your right, you can see that they did this for the VR Jam. And behind you, there's no fruits here yet, move on. Well, you can tell this guy does have a sense of humor, and that's always a good thing. Nothing up here. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. Now you can use the controller and the keyboard, whichever one you prefer. These particle effects look really cool.
A philosopher once asked, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? If there's a table in the kitchen and you look away from it, is it still there when you're not looking?
A table.
Quantum physics tells us that the universe is volatile. Particles can come into existence and vanish back into nothingness as long as we can't observe this happening. But if you're not looking, anything can happen here. There are laws of physics that bind reality and ensure that your observations are always consistent. When you look back, the table will still be there.
It's a huge chair. These things floating around you are really cool. You have like a blob body. It's constantly moving, which is pretty neat. Now the point of this, you have to look away from objects.
Damaged these laws. If the laws were no longer in place, the moment you looked back, anything could be there.
Hey, a door. That's neat. Alright, let's go ahead and go through this door.
This is the story of how these laws are broken.
Wow. I can tell already this game's really well made. And the idea of looking away and stuff, kind of like a Doctor Who thing with the Weeping Angels, but affects everything, is a really badass idea. Whoa. This game has really good particle effects.
One moment, you might find yourself next to an unfallen tree. The next second, you're in a vast forest. Or perhaps the word big would be more fitting
Wow.
here.
Oh, cool. The birds are really neat. And the landscape looks really good.
Remember to observe the world around you closely. Look for anything that might help you proceed further.
There's a pyramid down there. Okay. Alright, you gotta match up the colors there by looking away from them. That's neat. Oh, that's cool, all the things move from the physics. All the stuff flying around and all the particles and the leaves looks really good in the rifts. Some more matching here.
But sometimes, not looking, even for just a brief moment, might open up new possibilities.
I got the same colors.
Because if you're not looking,
There we go.
things can change. New paths might open, even if they're just wibbly-wobbly ones.
Whoa. This reminds me of making a bridge on Gmod. Gary's mod, for those that don't know what Gmod is.
One advantage of these paths is that they can be re-wibbled around as needed.
Huh. That's cool. Now I have a decent computer and I am running on Fantastic. It did recommend using good. So maybe most people probably will have to use good because of all the things moving around. But I'm getting a steady 60 frames per second, so that tree branch there looks like it's about to have a heart attack. Going into a seizure. Whoa! Sorry guys, I'm just observing everything. Looks really good.
But then they wobble away when you need them the most. But then, you turn back.
Wow. Wow, that's really cool.
already are where you were heading. Often, in the face of danger, we can't help but look around in order to find its source.
That's really neat.
But sometimes averting your eyes can be...
Oh crap! A meteor! Oh, whoop. Alright guys, sorry about that. Apparently you have to look away from the meteor faster than what I did. So I did a little video editing. And now we should be back where I last died. By the way, if you die, you do have to start all over. But anyway, here we go.
And you already are where you were heading. Often, in the face of danger, we can't help but look around in order to find its source.
Alright, where you at, meteor? Hopefully I look away fast enough this time.
But sometimes averting your eyes can be the key to survival.
Okay, there we go. Just a little falling rock now. Wow, that's cool. Like I said, these particle effects are really cool.
And when it's finally gone,
Things like this on monitors just
safely go to sleep.
things like this on monitors just do not have the effect like in the Oculus Rift.
In this world, everything is fleeting. Sometimes, interrupting your line of sight can make your goal disappear right in front of your nose. But if you find the right spot to observe your destination, you can gain better understanding of its volatile nature. However, even then, when you finally reach it, things don't quite look as you expected at first glance. But if you return to give them several more glances,
The voiceover is really cool. It really helps you a lot. Without it, this would be probably pretty confusing. Let's go ahead and...
they'll look much better than before.
Oh, there we go. And some candy. I think that's candy. Anyway.
Even perception of time is fleeting in here, much
Today.
like in real life. Every time you look at a clock, you find that hours have passed, though it feels like a mere moment.
Okay, that clock back there, 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Whoops. There we go. Huh, that's a neat idea. Uh-oh. That doesn't look safe.
But then, in the face of danger, with no means of escape, that moment can feel like a whole eternity. When you look up, you'll see spikes of doom hurtling at you. You look down and see a deadly pit blocking your way.
That looks dangerous.
Look up, spikes. Look down, pit. Look up again and find that the spikes are now a fan of reasonable breeze. Then you look down and find that the pit was never really there.
Huh. That would have hurt.
return.
Uh-oh.
And you find many things that were never there. Spiky, deadly things, and inconveniently placed walls constructed by an invisible architect. But then he changes his mind as you glance away.
Well, that was close.
More than once, in fact. Often, things can seem different from alternate perspectives.
Wow.
A dead end becomes a path simply by adjusting your point of view.
That's cool, your eyes actually follow where you're going. The gate's open. Oh, I get it.
You removed the dead from the dead end. You're almost there.
Oh wow, that's neat. Whoa. Whoops. Alright guys, sorry about that again. I died. So I did a little more editing magic, and I am back. Hopefully I do this right this time. I didn't look away fast enough again. Apparently my reflexes aren't that great. But anyway, let's get back to it. That mirror effect when it moved up was really cool, and I was staring at it and I got killed. Luckily I didn't have to start all over at the very beginning, so it didn't take too long to redo this.
You've learned that things change when you don't observe them. But sometimes, just sometimes, you have to keep looking, and they'll change right in front of your eyes.
Okay.
This is now
There we go.
Although your time
Oops.
here was brief, we hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.
Alright guys, well that's SightLine. A really interesting game. A really unique idea. The particle effects are really good. The idea was very unique, like I just said, but it was great. I really enjoyed this game, even though I did die twice, but that's part of a game, I guess. Anyway, if you have any comments, questions, or requests, please post them below. If you liked the video and like to see more, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.